Now, there is Star Wars fans, Marvel fans, DC fans, but when it comes to Zack Snyder fans, they are another breed of people. And people watching this video, you Zack Snyder fans, you're going to defend that man no matter what he does. But hey, I like Zack Snyder. I like a lot of his movies, and his style is so awesome to watch. So now you give me a kind of Star Wars movie, I'm in.
Here's Johnny.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Expecto Patronum!
Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, stars Sofia Boutella and is about when a peaceful settlement on the edge of a distant moon finds itself threatened by the armies of a ruling force when a mysterious stranger living among its villagers become the best hope for survival. From director Zack Snyder comes his brand new Netflix movie, which a lot of you probably know the story, but I'll go over and give you a brief summary. Zack Snyder had a Star Wars idea. He went to Lucasfilm, they said no, Netflix said yes. Here we are. This was supposed to be a Star Wars movie, but obviously it's a little more hardcore and it's supposed to be rated R because we're gonna get a director's cut. I don't know when, but of course it's gonna be director's cut and it's supposed to be rated R and all this bloody and all that kind of stuff. This version that released on Netflix today, that has all this hype going into it, it's the PG-13 version. And watching this movie today, I wasn't excited because I like Zack Snyder. I would love to see him do a Gears of War movie. But going in this movie, I just didn't know what to expect. I was like, okay, this could be really cool. And the trailers look cool. And watching this movie, biggest positive, Zack Snyder. I knew going in it was going to be a very visual, slow motion, probably really cool kind of movie. That's what this movie is. And there's also really cool production design, really cool costumes, and a really interesting world, Star Wars-ish, basically, in this universe that I liked. I want to see more of. I think this movie, in particular this story, could have easily been a season 1, 8-episode kind of first season. It truly felt like that, but it's crammed into a 2-hour movie, which we'll get more into. But really, watching this movie, the slow motion, you're a fan of it or not, there's a lot of it in the movie, but if you're a fan of Zack Snyder, then you obviously know that's in this movie, and I enjoyed a lot of the action scenes. The final set piece in this third act, I thought was really cool. A little abrupt, I was like, oh, this is the ending, and when it ended, I was like, well, this is definitely a part 1, because part 2 comes out in March or April, pretty soon actually, and he's already talking about part 3, so Zack Snyder definitely has love and passion toward this project, and watching it, you can tell, which makes me happy for Zack Snyder. I think all of the actors in this movie are doing good. I don't think there really is a standout. Sofia Boutella is our main character, and she gets the most development out of anyone in this movie. And when these evil forces come and they basically damage this village and are taking over, it definitely feels like Luke Skywalker going and getting Han Solo and all of his friends to save this village and save the whole day, because that's this movie. Sofia Boutella's character literally is going to save this village, and the entire movie, she's going from planet to planet to planet to find people who have awesome skills to come help her defeat the bad guys. That's this movie. And truly, one 50-minute episode per character would have really been cool if you ask me, because seriously, like, I'm not kidding you, as soon as you meet a new character, they're cool and all. When they join the group and they don't become part of the story anymore. They literally are just there. They'll stand behind her. They might say like one word of dialogue, but there's never, when this group comes together, a group like camaraderie. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, you met each person, you got to join them together, and they became a group, and you got to see them work together. That's not in this movie, and that is huge to these characters and this group, and I found it uninteresting. The characters, this cool universe, but no cool characters. That's what makes Star Wars really cool. The characters. Cool universe, really awesome characters. This movie, cool universe, no interesting characters. They look cool, they have cool abilities, and you get to see them do one little fight scene every time they get to this planet, and then they join the group. That's part 1 of this movie. So, in all honesty, it's hard to really review this movie because I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed this universe, but it is a mess of a script with dialogue that feels very, very first draft, and to an ending that is definitely a part one, so you just get ready for that. That's all I'm going to say. It is a part one. I will say I liked my experience, but it's not a great movie whatsoever. And the worst part is, there's gonna be an R-rated version that will most likely be better than this movie. And Zack Snyder's literally already said it's a different movie. So what's the point of even watching this movie? What is the point of telling me to you, hey, go watch this movie? I'll just tell you to wait for the director's cut, because I guarantee you that will be the better movie. So in the end, like I said, I enjoyed this world. I enjoyed what Zack Snyder's doing. But in the end, I cannot recommend this movie. I'm going to give Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, a C-. And just like most Zack Snyder movies, the director's cut is usually better. Batman vs. Superman, Watchmen, Zack Snyder's Justice League, big example. So really, whenever that version comes out, if it's really that much of a difference, I'll definitely watch it, and I will maybe review it, because if it's that different. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this movie review, more to come. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.